Mema munyina kwaba edeba oman kronkron Ghana jumedie so midin ye ne dinkrahene obonkumenkuma na na so Bediako-Poku. I am the ordained crown prince of Ghana and I am the falcon of Africa. How are you guys doing? It's a lovely Wednesday morning. And you wukuada osanada etosu du mienu afimpi mienu ene aduonu nsia. Inyami megame tenye yote. How are you guys feeling? Now, of course, Kevin Taylor is back on our screen, so we are happy, man. It's been a while, man. Kevin, we are happy to see you back on our screens, man. You make our day, huh? Kevin, you keep making our day, so keep doing the great work for Mother Ghana. As you know, we are all involved in building our motherland. Now, today, I want to talk about a few things, and we'll do a bit of history. But first of all, let us talk about His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. And of course, we've been pleased with what he's been doing since he became president of the Republic of Ghana. And most Ghanaians, I'm 34 years old, so most people like me and my age mates, whatever, we've seen previous governments. So when we see progress, we can see progress. And in 2026, when technology is available to everybody, I think Ghanaians are much aware of what is going on than some of our fathers think. So we love you, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, and of course, we want you to attain that legacy you've been craving for. We want to give you that legacy. So some of us, we are going to prune the trees, the dead leaves around you sometimes. Now, to be honest, I've been disappointed with this reshuffling thing. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, are you sure you truly want this legacy thing? Because you see, the youth of Ghana are going to compare you not to Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, and my father Asiedu Nketia, and all the leaders in the NDC. I'm saying this as a 34-year-old. So our age and column, I'm telling you what we are looking at and what we are seeing, right? The youth of Ghana are not going to judge this NDC government with the past government. As I said, the Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo government should be our lowest point in terms of national development and aspirations to be the Ghana Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah left us. Now, very soon, we will be 70 years next year, of course. What have we learned? What are the lessons we've learned? Now, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo left us in this state, and we are trying to crawl out of it. We've been crawling out of it, but we can see where the future is heading as Ghanaians, right? And the next generation of Ghanaians, or this youth of Ghanaians, are going to compare you to Ibrahim Traore. Now, don't tell me, oh, that is a so government, and this is a democratic government. No, a democracy should even work better in that concept. If all the bright minds are coming together, then results should be faster, not slower. So we should be cutting down bureaucracies and make sure we move the country in the state that we are moving. Although there's been patches in there, we want to move it. This reshuffle, there are some people who needs to be out of your government already. We've seen them for the last 16 months or so. So I am so disappointed in the reshuffling. Just trace a day. And as I told you, in my humble opinion, though, appoint Nana Yebiafo-Giena as the Minister of Works and Housing. Now, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, we should pick the Ethiopia model and make sure all the slums in Accra, we redevelop it. We don't need to go far away. Our brothers in Benin, look at the best roads. Benin has the best roads in West Africa. Cotonou has the finest layout. We don't need to travel far. Ibrahim Traore recently inaugurated the Pokapro Dam in July 2026, right? And the dam was built in just 8 months, which was funded entirely by the state. Ibrahim Traore, just north of Ghana, has built a dam that has been stored since the 1960s in just 8 months. And when we are talking about bureaucracies, what are you saying? What are we saying as Ghanaians? We are wasting our time with these bureaucracies and we need to move like we are hungry. Are we not angry and hungry enough? Are they common and the youth of Ghana? His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, we will judge you with the speed of Ibrahim Traore. Because as I said, if Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo will be your yardstick, then you won't achieve the legacy you are craving for. Because for us, Osajefo is here. Ike Champon also did well with Ghana. His flight lieutenant Jerry John Rawlings, JJ, has always been my president. I grew up with JJ as my president. I was born in 92, so growing up, it was always JJ. Then we had His Excellency John Ajekun Kufuor, and then we had Prof of late memory, and then you ascended the throne as a vice president. So I've seen enough. And as I've been saying, the 1992 Constitution, of course, is my constitution. And my life path number is the number 4, 24th April 1992. So 4 days later, I gave you this 1992 Constitution. That is why I keep talking about the fact that we need to nationalize the human resource. We need to nationalize the mineral resource and every natural resource in Ghana. We don't need foreign loans to build Ghana. What is leaving Ghana is more than we are going for. And I am hoping the Gold Board and the Parliament of Ghana will act like the Parliament of Ghana, because we need to move faster. The bureaucracy is too much. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, today I want to tell you that the Ghanaian, the youth, my age mates, we are not going to compare you to Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Of course, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo's era as the president of the Republic of Ghana should be one of our lowest points, maybe in this fourth republic. So if the NDC compare themselves with the MPP, President Mahama's tenure won't be the legacy he is craving for. True Faso Mebo, look at what Burkina Faso is turning into. Building their roads, building state housing, and doing a lot of things. We are in August, right? So just July 2026, Ibrahim Traore has completed a dam in 8 months, something that has stalled since the 1960s. So His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, if you want this legacy, I was so disappointed in your reshuffle. I thought we will see more. And this Gilbert guy from Works and Housing to the Defense Ministry, Roger Jamfi should have been upgraded, right? This Gilbert guy, how much did he pay at all? How much did he contribute to the election? Because we are not seeing his works. Maybe he's at the presidency all the time, but Charlie, Works and Housing, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Recently, I nominated Nana Yebia for Gianna. Do you really want this legacy? If you want this legacy, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, maybe you are forgetting the legacy you want. It's 1.5, your fire is dimming. So some of us, we want to light the fire again so that you start moving. And when you go to Benin, they have one of the best road networks in West Africa. Our neighbors are moving at a pace. As a yakechiri, me mind kronkron Ghana, yakechiri. Instead, say you bet to kwan akwahwe de ye nuanom oyempo no. Ghana ni oya santini ana say ya santifo de asa ye mu ye nuanom kra. Obaka say, oh, the America way the America landing, America. Jimmy, Uncle Benny, Uncle Hoodie, Benny for a Minianum craft for a fag be. Can you tell Benny when you ban like, hey, Benny, no ni Benny a chone. Thanks to big push. We are moving steadily. Recently, they are opening parts of the Winneba Road, Yabre, Accra to Winneba Road. No? It has killed so many businesses, especially the hotels on this side of the road, because of the dust and the air, the direction the air blows. So the hotels here, yes, wallpaper ya nangmia asan beguo. Honorable Gavin Kwame Agboja, thank you for your works, but Makase, if we would think capitalistic in our thinking, and the way it wastes time. We won't compare His Excellency John Dramani Mahama to Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Just up there, we are looking at a young, vibrant man moving at a pace. Bia, a shaky Africa. You know, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. You say a king is as wise as his counsel. Ibrahim Traore, no debi anything tina. Ben no. Unknown the future of Africa. We are ready. Yeah, Papa, we are ready to take whatever is ours. Yeah, nkwa biom. Yeah, nkwa biom. You know, Ethiopia recently, the Ethiopia Dam, the Renaissance Dam, look at it, fully funded by Ethiopians. Aden, they be a train obi se obi meye bibi mayen. Now, speaking about obi meye bibi mayen, let me talk to Pastor Mensah Otabil. You see, baby at Central University one is an important area in my life. Hona me mama papa eshiaye. Mespa. You know, a honso no me ko school Wakaneshi West 1. Be the real JHS wo ho. You know, area no I've passed there, and when Central University was coming up, when Mensah Otabil was coming up, BBA na me. We saw Pastor Mensah Otabil those time at Joy with this program, Living Bread, then living something. And I know whatever. Now, this man became board chairman of a bank. We collapsing the portal and Yensen Sema and Hun Sem Dao. I think so this man has the effrontery after being one of the board of trustees of this National Cathedral debacle. This pool, over 400 million. Passport office here, Osimeduregu. Judge for dan wo Osimeduregu. Embassy wo Osimeduregu. Ghanaians asi pete edida gomua. Edida Kumasi echi edida ahafumem Bediako yenya baby a property one na ye say we nyina wie ye. And ye two am na we say ya say 97 million. Na asofo na edi enyim. Na say yen kuma e cho yen yem a. You see, Mensah Otabil comes again, just like he did in the 2012s. Or say we have a shallow brain. Ampa ye nyini yanka wo na nkende muni na was by this time you muda prison National Cathedral no ho sobo na by this time muni na so no His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, I'm asking you, do you really want this legacy? Because some of us will be here and we will criticize and try and prune the dead leaves around you. We are resetting this country in every sense of the word. And you know, we want you to have the legacy. We love you, Daddy. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, we love your character. We love your leadership skills. We love your communication skills. I think every Ghanaian, before you are 18, crown, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, we need a curriculum. Send a beya. Answer na crowd 20, no. at least our communication skills be. This is education. And yet we need to implement the Pan-African education system, the career-oriented education. His Excellency John Mahama, what is Haruna Idrisu still doing at the education ministry? May say, I am so disappointed with this reshuffle. Do you really want the legacy? Me, I'm 34 years old, so I'm talking for, I think, those of us in our 30s. What we are seeing is what we are saying. We won't compare you to Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, because up there we are watching Ibrahim Traore using Faso Mebo to build his country. And as I said, democracy, we should be doing way better, because if all bright minds are coming together for a cause, one man shouldn't outpace us in anything. That is democracy in a nutshell. I've been speaking about the Ghana Omainbapa Trust. Now, this trust, we need to create it. We can get to every Ghanaian with a Ghana card. At least every year. Income be embra ni futuo mu emfiri aban ho. Obi di ne de ebe yefu, obi di ne de ebe ye nyama bi ebe. It brings at least relief to our household, because down there, maybe because monomo classism, political class, blah blah class prefects, mope classism. It's ampepe muno. Yemfan chechire omai. Akwesi brodi na ebe chire yen sampapa muno. Divide and conquer no eka ho bi. Into this tribe is way better than this tribe, Debbie. Now, speaking about in Nyambe, we will talk about our 200-year history with the Katamanso War later on in the show. So, the Ghana Omainbapa Trust Fund, I did a video some time back. Go and watch the video. I'll tag it here. Ghana youth, they can hear because yes, we need to clean our beaches. Shout outs to Tide Tennis or something. They are now cleaning our beaches. Me papa Ibrahim Mahama, we see kana. Me mpese wudi bi ebe kwa akọ bua obi a okoye surgery biom. Surgery no any yare na ebeba because of our environment. Pastor boys, Tide Tennis, Brush and Broom, and all those volunteers, and honor was a wusikanoko. Because if we can keep our environment clean, we won't need more hospitals and more nurses every year. And sana ya fata. Me papa Ibrahim Mahama, I'm saying you love daddy. But I thought about this recently, because I said, say no, obi yari biya debi, yensi yari no ho kwan, dredging the Odo, yensi yari no ho kwan, dredging the Kole Lagoon, yensi yari no ho kwan. Cause and effect. It's a hermetic principle, right? Inti me papa Mensah Otabil, kawanutu mwate. Na your friend is saying. Me papa akuritinga yine, and I chen o papa, what can they? Mr. National Cathedral, we need to see people in jail. We need it. Deterrence. We are resetting this country. Me say, if we do this, in 5 years, kwasia because it will be a high-stake venture. So if you are not a man of integrity, you will even run away from political. The law should work in Ghana. Benin has the best road networks in the whole of West Africa. They be sorry, and America. America, London, Germany. Wunuya se Cotonou. SES ye ni krom kama. Wunuya etela Côte d'Ivoire. SES ye ni krom. Akaya nintu mefra. Eni abodian kesiye ni kasa hontie. na ye kaka se twitwi yen ho e wo me man kronkron Ghana mu. Now baby asem ne duru ne de ma me nchia me hene opim so otumfo o se tutu a baby yo papa de otikuru e krare ne brare ho ma so bibo ni dia na masori yo ama me hene yo na me nchia na me nchia santimani na any Ghana fo ni na so no ma me nchia ni takita ekochu the second numu eken nchogbe ken teshin hanye ke ga dangbe state efen ga tete ketete mene minganye fe. Happy belated birthday to Ni Takita Ekochuru because on the 2nd of August he was 55 years old. I am 34, still some more years to get to 55, right? Afi o afi aya neba ni nawo afi na akpe wo panyo ani nawo wa fe momo wa yegbo ni wa yegbe ana alonte din kokra aka for wotin afi o afi ni wa se ne hia minkebo wo fe ne hia wo Ghana gbe bi fe ke Ghana bi fe ke Africa bi fe ni nyami afi nyami ni afi aya neba ni na we ko twa ni o manya blawo nke twa ni o manye ablawo ya ma wo bolo ma wo mena shi sho ni ma sho na ma sho oyeli kokojo kole woni me ve ni nyete mene won kai nye. Now we'll be talking a bit of history. You see, the guy in me just took over, man. So on last Friday, of course, I was here speaking about Akufo-Addo and Chairman Buga, right? But it was a day that is important in my history as Sikedra Kofi. And so I've been saying I am half Ghana, I am half Asante. I've been telling you guys I am Sikedra Kofi. I've said who I am on numerous occasions. Or maybe some people still have doubts, right? So today, let us do a bit of history. And 200 years ago, the Katamanso War happened in Dodowa. And I've been observing the Ghanaian space historians, and it seems like we've not learned our lessons 200 years on. So what are the lessons 200 years after the Katamanso War at Dodowa? Now, as I said, as an Asante man and as a Ghana man, I've heard both sides of the story, right? And I am a visual artist. I did visual arts at Odogono's secondary school. When I was in Odogono, it was called Odogono Secondary School, SSS. My channel Biasa, right? I completed in 2009, right? So we did perspective drawing, and perspective is when an object will be placed in the middle of the classroom, and then everybody will sit around the object, right? And we draw it from the perspective we are seeing it. So the way I will see it from this side will differ from what if you are sitting at the corner. If somebody is sitting here, so everybody has a different perspective. So I've always known that the truth is always 40-40, and the 20 is probably the real truth, because this person will present his facts, this person will present his facts, and then you merge it together, and the 20% making it the 100, right? And there's a hermetic principle, which is the principle of polarity. And in this principle, everything is dual, everything has poles, everything has its pair of opposites. Like and unlike are the same. Opposites are identical in nature, but different in degrees, right? Extremes meet. And I've been using this part a lot if you've been following me for a very long time, which states that all truths are but half truths, all paradoxes may be reconciled. So 200 years after the Katamanso War, as an Asante, From the God perspective, these are the lessons Asantes should take today and learn from. Now, we as Asantes should always stay in harmony and peace and love with our brothers and sisters, which are our neighbors. Because, of course, your neighbor knows everything about you. Your neighbor knows the time you go to work. Your neighbor knows your children, parts of your relatives. Your neighbor may even know your allergies. So neighbors know us better. So if you don't stay in unity, in harmony with your neighbors, and you always think you are better than your neighbors, what it will do is it will create hatred. And if the hatred keeps growing, if your enemies come, you are easily attacked. So, Ga Adangbes, Fantis, Achins, Akwemus, Dangerous, the Danish, the British, people from West Indies, Jamaica, Nigeria, all came and fought the Asante in the Katamanso War. So you can just imagine the number. But think about it. How many soldiers did the British bring? How many soldiers did the Danish bring? It's a homework. Everybody should go and do this homework. But you see, because your neighbors knew everything about you, defeating you was very, very easy. Because instead say, yeni yenuanom saa time yeni yenuanom betena yie no. Ye yebu ye ho say ye adehye no bia ye donko. Saa mindset no egu oman. Eno ena de nchirafo ye dani nchirafo ye no. Me nanane ayi kradebo bankem dwati mimu. Say yemfa akan amamre ma yen nyina yen a ye free yen a ye di kanfo no. Amane ne amamre no ye di ma de nchira. Inti de nchira ye saa niama no ne yegu no eti Asante. Na me say Asante no yemu bi ya manka Asante no nso begu. Enu ti na me nana ose tutu ababiom no. Enu ti na me nana ya Asante ababiom no. Inti wo say na say ababi ofuo bebre aba. Womu a womu te ye no bebre aba back. Anye saa na nka egu. Inti before the millennium in 2000 no, we had the Asante Hene, the new one. Ose tutu babiom before the 2000. Inti yensia de fa Katamanso War no na historians na motete ho e ka se oh muni abrofo na ekon ye na nya muni nkranfo na ekon ye enkranfo. Do you know the Ghana people are pyramid builders? And mo Asantefo me ka kire mo ansa no kon no beba no tano wo mu de mechiwade ka ne saa. Your neighbors know everything about you. Ye nyina ye nipa baako ayete faako ayatena ha ache. Inti obu a wode bema buwunia ayigbeni chense nya ubebu akwesi broni. Buwunia mamprusi ni nkusasi ni angloni your friend is saying inzimeni buwunia mfantini ye nyina ye nipa baako. If he say ye papa ye mu no ene ma otamfo no kai ne hunu say Accra nkranfo na ewo gateway na no. You say Ghana is the gateway to Africa. Yen ma ho kwan a obi entumi enter Africa medi nkwasi asem. Enu ti na slavery bibia no esi wo yen mu no. If say yen na ye ma ho kwan yen na yesesa yen huma e de ma ye. Yen na ye papa ye humu ene nkremo Kristo. Na say hwede papa yi koka ye. Eye me de say chief imam spokesperson na Kenyans asem papa. Ye nipa ba akwa ye do yen ho. We've been here. Yatina ha ache. We trace our DNA to the beginning of everything. Missy obi any ho a wenyi nchen wo Africa ni o. Race be any baby first na we see na ye before the whole of Europe ye before ye ni na ye before they came from the Caucasus Mountains, the Caucasus Mountain, whatever mountain no. Omo ba ye mu die na omo de aba. Omo abetiti ye mu divide and conquer, they study us. Maminka sembi nento Ghana ni bi atrim. Yemfo bi akwa ewo Egypt. It was an advanced civilization of the black man to the extent say we built the pyramids. If we say na capitalism in Niemu, now we live the Ubuntu way. We were farmers. We built houses. We didn't build houses. We've built so many tall houses before. Now, so no one mobile no more be drilling in egu. When we build, years later, one mobile no more be drilling in egu. Inti wu ya na nanom na wa ode anwea aye edan a. Na no nkyere se oye poor. The land is abundant. Eduane onto eduane. Because eduane obenye nyina ewo ho. He was rich in the mind. The fact say wukọ ekurase na wukọ hu obi say ebia oti anwea demu a. Sometimes the first thing shouldn't be said the person is poor. Most of them are not poor. Most of them maybe have like a 10-acre farm. Wukọ hwe sike egu na bank account mu a, you'll be surprised. We should emancipate ourselves from mental slavery. Nanze me bra penny avra bemoshi. Ache pastor be a friend or Dodowa or something. Now me say Avram Bemushe, Mupa, the whole Ghana pastors now line up. Now move Avram pe enyina faku. When it comes to religion, I think I need to do something on religion again. Me say me Bible my kind imprensa. But most of you are mudi hu echini no. Mon kind the whole thing mpon wieda. Jehovah Witness for na ye kind. Me say my kind imprensa. Last time I be kind year 2016. Who can we here? And ye may be a yakasa nyankopon na ye no. What's na say me nipa kra we mean ya. Hana ube hu colonization na wo book ni mu no. Na so mu bebre no you hand pick verses. Inti ye ka bibia mu ntie. Me say niama wo book ni mu no wo kan wie. Na bobra no 2 years ka ho. De me kan wo beti ase ye. Inti me man kronkron Ghana. We should emancipate ourselves from mental slavery. They say all truths are but half truths, all paradoxes may be reconciled. Inti asantene nkanfo. Yentina ewa asundue mu. Yen asantefo ne yenfo buo emma other tribes ni na. If so mu nim yen chen yen obi benya yen a wo mu na wo be kire yen yechiri kwan. And to my brothers, the lesson from the Ghana side. Injami megame. Katamanso War. Ni waka wanyami me asante me no. Ni wa yenkunim ni sike Bediako-Poku mimba jenye de. Asante fo bebre nim se sike Bediako-Poku akodi nkranfo ho. Na nka abrofo no pesa wo mode ko. Na nkranfo no ka se debi. Afa ni afa eko a eno nkyere sa abontisofo embefa nko. Nti nkranfo ama abrofo amfa nko. And they later colonized us when the Asante Empire fell. They say, Yam Pai Humua, and can nobody could ever venture. Into 200 years on, what have we learned? Ghana Nibia and Chen Ghana Nibia. Niobonkume Kumana na no Bediako-Poku. Makane sana mekani biom se monfa ne se Ghana ha no. Minimum kuma kra. You say mo fitimi nkura abrem na me fa konua we to me ho so as 3 years old. If you say me Bediako mi bedi kun wo do tumi ni enyonya mu me bedi kun wa kwan hosampa mu ni nchemu and I say this year anko a akoadwane nti I dedicate life no most part of my life my youth to this cause. My enyama bebre na so no have been shadow banned and done a lot of things, but I'm hoping that this current government no be me channels ni mu enemy reach no. And nothing I'm disappointed in Jata Sam George. We've been censored a lot munjayemu because you see as a Taurus, hey, today is the eclipse day, right? As a Taurus, my bro, Tauruses, we've gone through it a lot. And today on Wednesday, 12 August 2026, we are receiving grace, power, and abundance. We are receiving love too. We give love, we give love, we give love. And it's like we don't receive love. But we are the steady ones. We are a fixed sign, so we can endure whatever you are doing to us. I can endure something you are doing to me for 10 years and I'll be observing you. Just making a dossier of you as a character, as a personality. That is who a Taurus is. We are the loyal ones because we are ruled by the planet Venus, the planet of love, grace, beauty, elegance, abundance. So my brothers, my Ghana brothers and all Ghanaians, Ghana Fuaka, the lesson of the Katamanso War in Dodowa is because after the Asante were told never to cross the Pra again, we were all colonized and we lost our identities, our traditions, our culture after we helped the foreigner, the enemy infiltrate our country. Henry Kissinger once said that it may be dangerous to be the enemy of America, but to be America's friend is fatal. So a word to a wise is enough. Benin, the development around us, we are moving at a slow pace. And of course, His Excellency John Mahama, they say, we are disappointed. There are a lot of people that need to be reshuffled. We are the legacy you. Huh? It's been a pleasure having you on my Kron Ghana Chichicha. Bija wuni to me or don't you nyama fi o afi aya neba ni na weko beni afile baba wo insure na fe wo ha jeme fe fale wo ha choko wo ha buko Jamestown fale fe mo hehia nyama bagan eja ke obonkumeguma na na chi Bediako-Poku ni papo kemba heko ni jeme wo mu je nye inye na pao polu. My name is I am Obonkumeguma and Bediako-Poku. I am the ordained crown prince of Ghana. I am the falcon of Africa. I am everything that there is and I am everything that there will be. I am love, I am kind, I am that I am, man. I am that I am. Mwah. Bye bye.